Is this your first Thanksgiving Day game, correct?
Yeah, first Thanksgiving day. Yeah.
Any thoughts on giving this a whirl?
I mean, just blessed, thankful. Obviously, it's the holidays, family in town. It's just a time to reflect and just think about how blessed I am and we all are to do what we do. So excited about this opportunity. Last year I played on Christmas, so this time Thanksgiving. So uh, yeah, like I said, just blessed.
I don't know if this is the right way to put it, but is there a nothing to lose factor when you're going up against a Detroit team which is just on fire and obviously, I don't know if it's obvious to you, but they are favored to win the game. So what's the mentality going into the game?
Well, it's definitely not a we don't have anything to lose type deal. This is a division opponent, a team that historically, at least last year, the Bears played pretty good. Obviously, this is a whole new year, different circumstances, but we're going in to win. It's not about going in there. Oh, we don't have anything to lose. Let's just go play free. We should play free regardless. But no, we're trying to go out there and get a W and like you said, get off this losing streak. So that's our mindset. It's not about going in there playing with house money or nothing like that. We're trying to go out there. We're trying to get this thing corrected.
Kevin, what are you seeing in Goff and the way he's taking advantage of everything he has around him?
Yeah, I mean, number one, he has obviously a ton of talent around him. Uh, you know, this team goes through their running backs, like just point blank period. Obviously Jared Goff is a really great quarterback. He's one of the best quarterbacks in the league. He's having a phenomenal year this year. He's not turning the ball. I mean, he had one game where he threw 5 picks, but other than that, he really has been turning the ball over. His completion rating is probably the top in the league. But like I said, he's been distributing the ball to all his playmakers. But this team wants to run the ball with Demo and Jamar Gibbs, and then obviously get the ball to 14 and Stan Laporta when they can, and obviously taking shots with Jamison Williams. So we know what they want to do, but it's another thing to go out there and stop it. It's going to take a tremendous effort from our team and just our defense for sure, being mentally locked in throughout all 4 quarters to be able to try to stop this offense.
Earlier in the week, Jalen Johnson said that the explosive plays in the run defense has been holding back this defensive unit. What can be done to kind of correct those things going into the short week?
Yeah, I think first and foremost, the run defense has to be better. I think, and this is at any level of football. Um, it all had, especially when defense, it have to start with starting to run. You have to start with trying to be able to try to attempt to make a team one dimensional. But so when you don't stop the run, team's playbook is just wide open. You know what I mean? Like you can't really dictate the game. You can't really dictate third downs because teams are in favorable situations. So you need to stop the run. And then the second part of it, just like you said, the explosive plays has been killing us. Explosive runs, but also explosive pass plays down the field. Even just looking at this last game and previous games that we've lost, um, teams score when we give up an explosive play or explosive penalty. I would say like a penalty pass interference deep down the field or a 15-yarder or something like that. So we have to make it harder for teams to score on us. And like you said, it's not like we're giving up 30 points a game. There are games that we aren't, but the drives that teams are scoring on us, those are the two biggest things that is hurting us. So we have to find a way to kind of stop the leakage on that.
Kevin, what about Laporta? Kind of stresses defenses.
Yeah, I mean he's just a real talented tight end. Obviously his size number one. He's a big body guy, but he also can run. He's really a threat, especially down in the red zone. And he has really good hands. I know he's had battled some injuries and stuff this year, but he's to me personally, he's one of the top tight ends in his league as well. So he's going to be a tough cover out there. But like you said, I mean they have so many weapons out there. Um, it's just going to be a tough task for the defense, and I think we're up for the challenge.
What'd you make of Jonathan Owens' start last week? Obviously coming in and making some big plays.
It was phenomenal. He played phenomenal. I mean, if you think about obviously the PI that they had on Jalen, you think about the interception, a forced fumble recovery, 8 tackles. It was almost player of the week worthy. You know what I mean? So he really, really proud of him, and obviously. A guy like him, he's been locked in from the jump. I know he's been kind of relegated to special teams, but he's been a starter in this league. So he was ready and prepared for that moment. So proud of him and excited to see him build upon that performance last week.
Kevin, what's it like just as a competitor going into a game like this, facing an offense that has done what it's done, put up the numbers it has? Does that just kind of get you fired up for the chance to stop them?
Yeah, I'm juiced up for sure. I mean, don't get me wrong, I get juiced up every opportunity, but like I said, to be playing on Thanksgiving on the national stage against a top offense, it brings the best out of you. You know, this is competition, some of the best teams, and obviously, this stretch of our schedule, we're going to get some really talented teams. So it's it brings the best out of competitors. And for me, I'm a competitor, so I want to go out there and have my best performance. Want to go out there and make plays, help this team win. So yeah, I'm excited. I know the guys are excited. So like I said, we're gonna go out there and try to get a win on the road against a tough opponent.
Thanks, Kevin.
Yep, no problem.
Thank you.
Alrighty.
Any questions? Nicole, you ever had an interesting Thanksgiving week in your career?
Yeah, I remember one a couple years ago. It was pretty interesting. Yeah, but these are always fun to play in. It's my favorite game to play in. Just the tradition of it and growing up watching these games and being able to partake in it it's a lot of fun.
In 21, you obviously won that football game after a chaotic week. What do you remember about the team's ability to kind of persevere through the turbulence and come home with a win?
Yeah, I think that week we were just kind of like F it, and kind of similar, I think, to where we're at right now in terms of just going out, having fun, playing free, and trusting the plan that we have going forward this week. Obviously, there's only so much you can do with a short week and a quick turnaround after an overtime game. But yeah, you just go out there and do what you can to get your body right, and then just go out there and have fun and enjoy the moment. I think that's kind of what our mindset is going into the game, and just bring that violence and intensity. And I think these Thursday games, the most violent team going into the game usually wins, and it is hard to kind of bring that violence considering how guys' bodies feel after the Sunday and the turnaround of that. But that's what you got to bring if you want to win these games.
An extension of that mindset, effort, whatever,
Yeah.
being able to play more free. At this point of the season, you guys know what your record is, you know the likelihood of what the playoffs are. Can that actually maybe be a good thing where guys won't be playing tight, where you'll be playing?
Yeah. I think there's always an element of that. I mean, I think you see like how the games have broke for us, the past month, and I mean some freaky things here and there, and it just kind of is what it is. And it's obviously the difference between us winning and losing some of those games. But yeah, I think at this point, you just where you're at and what you got to do if you even want to have a chance to get into the playoffs at this point, and really just got to take it one week at a time. And we know the opponent that we're going against this week and tomorrow with the Lions, and they've probably been the league's best, and in both offense and defensive categories. They got a lot. They rank highly in a lot of those things, a lot of those areas. So just a good opportunity for us. I think we're all confident with the game plan that we got, the matchups that we have, and we'll see what we can do come tomorrow.
All right. What has stood out to you about the way Caleb has performed the last two games with Thomas Brown calling plays?
Yeah, I think. I think for me, it's the confidence in the huddle. I think that's been the main thing. I know that's things that you guys probably don't see, but for me, that really stands out. And when he understands and knows what the play call is, it gets in quickly, and gets in line of scrimmage. He's able to make checks if necessary, and able to read out the defense and play fast. I think he's just been able to get into a flow much better, and as a result, we've been able to convert more first downs and get drives going, and then be able to get everyone involved from there. So yeah, it's been cool to see those two between Thomas and Caleb work together the past couple weeks, and I know they want to keep elevating and keep going.
How have you seen that with him during practice week? Has he changed? Is it different than it was before this?
I mean, I think Thomas brings just a different type of intensity naturally with who he is. I've said it before. There's this direct aspect to Thomas that I think everyone has bought in with, and that's kind of just who he is. And he's to the point, direct, and you understand what he wants, how he wants it done, and I think that's really boded well for Caleb the past couple of weeks.
What is this Lions defense's teeth right now?
Well, I think their offense, honestly. When you're playing from a lead like they are, you're able to do a lot of different blitz and pressures, and you can be a little bit more aggressive in the coverage, just because you got that leeway with the scoreboard that they've had at times. So definitely their offense gives them that ability when they're able to put up points very quickly in the game and get a 2-3 score lead. Now, as a defense, you can play, I think, a little bit more aggressively, and they've fed into that. And yeah, they do a lot of different things, whether it's playing base to 11 quite a bit. That's more than you'll see across the league, and I think that's as a result. They want to stop that run, and they know they trust their guys in coverage. So, but I think it stems from the offense being able to get off to an earlier start, and then them getting into looks that they want to get it to early in the game.
How does Thomas size up as a scout team nickel? He told us yesterday
Yeah, he does size up really well. I always joke, guys who have like the broad chest are nice to punch just because I can get my hand fits correctly. So he was one of those guys. But yeah, Thomas was a good scouting nickel, but I've been liking him at coordinator recently.
Cole, you played a few seasons with Montgomery. When you were playing with him, what left an impression on you?
Yeah, I think just his ability to bring the intensity and kind of just that type of culture to an offense. You know, I know when he was here, he was a never go down type of guy and a never quit mentality, and always pushing the pile forward or staying up to get that extra 1 or 2 yards, and that's his mentality, and that's what I really feel like when he's on your offense, everyone kind of feeds into that, and when you get the ball as much as you do as a running back, and you're able to do that down in, down out from week 1 to week 8 to week 16 throughout the season. It really sets an identity and a culture for your team, and I think you've seen that with him in Detroit, and obviously they have a great 1-2 punch with him and Gibbs over there. So obviously really cool to see what they're doing. Happy for him, but wishing that hopefully our defense can get him down early and often to start the game tomorrow.
Eberflus said there's a couple guys on the team that haven't played this game. Is there anything that you've told them that's different about the Thanksgiving?
Yeah, well, I mean, obviously the turnaround. Usually you have all day Thursday to get ready for the game on Thursday night when you have a Thursday game, but that's not the case here. We're traveling, and then you really just got to get up and go play. So I think you do as much as you can throughout the week. You just keep studying that game plan, making sure you know what you have to do, and just go out and play fast. But by no means is it an easy task, and I'm sure for some of the rookies this is their first Thursday game with us here, and not only the first Thursday game, but it's a Thursday afternoon. So I'm sure this was a hectic week for them, but just part of being in the NFL.
Thanks, Cole.